So for a while I've been a bit obsessed when it comes to simplicity guitar-wise. For example, one humbucker, one volume pot, and that's it. Boom, you're making music. Since the guitar that I really want, it doesn't exist in the, let's say, medium to, in the medium, let's say, price tier or quality tier, which is basically an Explorer shape, one humbucker, maybe a Floyd Rose. Doesn't really, let's say, exist in the mid-tier quality price level. Well, there's actually a couple of them. For example, I know that LTD has one, and that's pretty much it. Since basically that guitar doesn't exist, so far there's not another company that is actually making that specific guitar. You know, one humbucker, Floyd Rose, Explorer shape. So it's like, well, maybe I can build one, or maybe I can get one of these DIY kits in order for me to, you know, start getting into that world. I've always had some interest in, you know, building my own guitar. Obviously, I don't have the skills necessary, but I'm always watching those do-it-yourself kits that you can buy, for example, on Thomann, and there's a big amount of companies out there that are actually making DIY guitar kits. And while watching some of these videos, I saw that some of them were not good, some others were actually, you know, meh. But I kept on watching videos, and then I saw this constant of people actually talking really good about some specific DIY kits from a company called Pango. So I just started watching these videos, and some videos are from some, let's say, some hobbyists that are actually making their first guitar, and some others are actually from luthiers. And you know, on both of these videos, they actually mentioned that these were the best kits that they have ever bought. So yeah, I just went ahead and went to their website and I started browsing through the DIY kits. And then while I was just browsing, all of a sudden, since the guitar that I really want doesn't exist, one humbucker, Floyd Rose, Explorer shape. Exactly what I mentioned, or even better, at least on paper. And they actually had it on the clearance tab. There was only one model left, and basically the description mentioned that the guitar might have a few dents and scratches here and there, because that guitar had been sitting on their storage for a while now, and obviously it's their, you know, their clearance, or maybe, I don't know, B stock or whatever section. And I was completely fine with that, because I really liked to work on projects. And at the end of the day, if I decided to actually buy that guitar, later on I would just sand it down, paint it. So me being me, I started to get obsessed about the guitar, and I couldn't stop thinking about that guitar. And I saw that on these videos where these content creators were actually creating their kits, they mentioned that they had quite a good communication with the brand. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try something. I'm going to send them an email just to make sure that this guitar is actually on playing conditions. Once again, I'm completely fine with the thing being scratched and having a few bruises here and there. That's fine with me. At the end of the day, that is going to be a project. But what I really wanted to make sure is that the guitar actually played well, in the way that it hadn't any, let's say, issues when it came to the neck or maybe scale length or stuff like that. Because I've seen this sort of things happen with people that actually bought guitars from AliExpress and some other, you know, OEM brands out there. So I just went ahead and sent them an email, and they actually replied. So I mentioned, hey, I'm very interested in actually buying this model. I'm completely fine with the guitar being scratched and maybe having some dents here and there. But what I really want to know is that if there's any imperfections or any issues that might affect this guitar's playability once it has been, you know, fully set up. And they reply mentioning that once again the guitar might come with a few scratches here and there, but this was actually a new guitar, and that I shouldn't worry about anything because the guitar had no imperfections that would affect its playability. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy this thing. And I went ahead and pulled the trigger. Immediately I received a confirmation email, and a few days after that I received actually the tracking number. On their website they actually mentioned that their guitars or kits, they actually take around 25 days to arrive the destination. It was very spot on, because I actually bought the guitar on November 26th and I received the thing on December 28th, 29th, if I'm not mistaken. So it's 1 month, 25 days. Here is the cutter, baby. Damn, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought they were like little points, like some busy reach has, because you can see that well on the picture.
Oh god, I love the headstock.
Here she is, the guitar of my dreams. At least the shape of my dreams. But one thing that I didn't realize, as it was not shown clearly on the pictures, or at least I couldn't see anything, was that the guitar had this green deer inlays. Which on the pictures, I'll show them here on the screen, it seemed like if it was this, like the shape of what Busy Rich used to make on their guitars, like some sort of inverted diamond. But honestly, I'm fine with it. It's starting to grow on me. So I just grabbed the guitar, and upon inspection I noticed, just like they mentioned, that it had a few scratches here and there and a few things here and there. Completely fine, no problem with that. But then when I took a look at the knot, the Floyd Rose knot, that's when I started to get a bit worried. The knot was not aligned properly. And then when I took a really good look at the knot, I saw that right in between the fretboard, or maybe the headstock, and the knot, it had this really thin shins of wood. So basically as if someone tried to fix an issue of the guitar by doing that. And then I took the knot out, and that was quite worrying. Immediately I knew that this guitar was going to have some issues with its playability, because you know how annoying it is to actually tune a guitar with a Floyd Rose, and it's even more annoying if you have some issues like that, because that means that the guitar will never ever be in tune, or you will have quite a nightmare, or it will be basically impossible to actually intonate that guitar if there's something going on with the action, if the strings are not lined properly. I just went ahead and started to set up the guitar. 2 to 3 hours with the guitar, trying to tune it, trying to get the Floyd Rose to stay flush. But it was basically impossible for me to be able to tune the guitar, let alone intonate the guitar. So honestly, I was quite disappointed, a bit upset, because I sent an email asking about the guitar's playability to avoid issues just like this, and then I get this guitar with a few issues that would take a considerably amount of time and investment in order for me able to repair that. So yeah, I definitely knew that this was going to be a project that I would need to swap basically everything, buy new pickups, buy a proper Floyd Rose, get myself a set of locking tuners. But what I didn't have in mind was actually messing with the fretboard. And I know that even if this guitar had all of these issues, if I had all of the immediate necessary knowledge for me to be able to fix this in just a matter of a couple of days, still the price it's really good, actually. I contacted Pango again, mentioning the situation and letting them know the state of the guitar. And my first thought, since I was disappointed because I wanted to play that guitar, I just went ahead and contacted Pango, and I sent them an email basically saying, hey, I want to return this guitar. And once again, they actually replied in a matter of just hours. And even by having, this negative experience, I have to say that I'm quite pleased, because they acknowledge the situation, they have been taking care of things the right ways, and I feel that I'm being compensated accordingly. That to me says a lot about a company. Bad things can happen, and bad things will always happen. You will have not so good experiences with X or Y company, But it all boils down, it all comes down to how good they actually are in being able to solve the situation. And once again, I'm completely happy with how they have been dealing with this. Having said that, you will be seeing this guitar in future videos, because basically this is going to be a series of videos where I'm going to be taking care of this. And it's going to take some time because I really want to go all the way in with this project. And I know that this is going to be a good and at times intimidating project, but I know that definitely this will teach me a lot, and this will give me a lot of experience when it comes to, you know, guitar building. So yeah, there's that. This is the guitar. One thing to mention, taking away the negatives, is actually that the neck feels really good. It's, I would say, a C shape. I wouldn't call it a modern C. It's a C shape. I'm a fairly tall guy. My hands are big, so it fits just perfectly. I'm really very comfortable with how this guitar feels. And I definitely know that once this has been fixed, this is going to be a fucking monster of a guitar. And so I'm quite excited and happy to work on this baby. And I know that the results are going to be quite good. So there you have it. That was a guitar that I was teasing with on the YouTube shorts. And once again, this is a guitar that you will be seeing on future videos of this channel, because I'm basically going to make a series of videos documenting all of the process of me repairing the guitar, modding the guitar, very probably painting the guitar. So once again, I would have to thank Pango for taking care of the situation. And also I would have to thank you for sticking with me throughout this video. If you haven't by now, please like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this? Have you bought, you know, an OEM guitar, maybe a Chipson or some guitars like that? What was your experience? Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Be on the lookout for the future episodes about this guitar, and see you on the next video.